Hey guys, welcome to the 14th chapter of the Substrate course. In this chapter, we're going to be downloading the entire relay chain on our local system and going to start off a node of the relay chain. So you know by now that Polkadot is not just one blockchain, it's actually a network of multiple blockchains. So you have the relay chain at the center, which is the main blockchain, and then you have parachains that connect to the relay chain. And the relay chain and the parachains, they all communicate using XCM. Alright, so in this tutorial, like I said, we're going to be starting off the relay chain node on our system. So this is why this is the 14th chapter, because things can get a little tricky and you shouldn't be doing this if you don't know what you're getting yourself into. And some of the steps in this tutorial can take up to 60 minutes, but I'll edit those steps out so the video will be actually smaller. But for you to complete this tutorial, it could take well over an hour because some of the steps could take like 15 to 60 minutes. Okay, so first thing we'll do is I'll create a folder to have or to host this relay chain, to store this relay chain. And I will go into this relay folder and I will clone the latest Polkadot relay chain project. So these commands, you'll find them in the chapter 14 doc that I've shared with you. And this will take some time to download the entire Polkadot relay chain node. So feel free to wait or grab a cup of coffee. Alright, so as you can see, the project has downloaded into my system, and now we will cd into the Polkadot system or Polkadot folder that was created. So if you write ls, you'll see all the files that were created when you downloaded the Polkadot relay chain. And now is the step that takes the maximum amount of time. So we're basically going to build a release for this node before we can start the node, and this step can take 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 60 minutes, depending on the kind of system you have. So I'm going to run this. You can also do that at the same time, but just a heads up, this will end up taking a lot of time. So as you can see, it's still not completed. It'll take still some time. So what we can do is we can start off some other processes which we would need to be able to start off the nodes. Now the thing is, we'll be starting off two different nodes, one with the Alice account, one with the Bob account. So to do that, we need something called as the raw custom spec.json file. And this is a file that we had created a few tutorials back, so you would probably know how to do it. But even if you don't, it's completely all right. What I'll do is I'll show you how to do it. So and we'll do an easier version of it. So what we'll do is we'll go and we'll find a file like that on the internet, which is the raw local chain spec.json file. We'll find that on the internet, and we'll just copy and paste the contents into our own computer. So I'm just opening up opening up my code editor at the root, and here I'll just go ahead and create a new file called raw local chain spec.json. Make sure you get the name right, raw local chain spec.json, right? And this file is where you will copy and paste all the contents from the that we find on the internet. So we'll copy and paste the contents and we'll go ahead and close it off. Now what I'll do is I will cd into, on the other terminal, I'll cd into the folder where I had compiled my relay node, and I'll go into Polkadot. Actually, I don't need to do that. Yeah, sorry. So this is, so you don't have to go into the place where you have compiled your relay node. You just have to go into the temp folder. And in the temp folder is where we would need to have the chain spec.json file. So what I'll do is I'll open up explorer.exe in the temp folder, and I'll also open up explorer.exe here, right? So in Ubuntu, I can just simply use the move command or the cp command as well. In case you're on Windows and you're using WSL like me, you can do this also. This is also an option. So I'll just go to the end of the temp folder and I can simply copy and paste it here. Okay, so I've replaced, I already had the file in my temp folder, but I've replaced it anyways. Okay, so now this exists in my temp folder, and I can go here and I can actually cd into the folder where I have my relay node and Polkadot. All right. So let's see if it has resolved by now. So yes, so this has resolved by now and it has finished. Okay, which is great. It took me 9 minutes, even though my computer is like super fast. It still took me 9 minutes. Not a problem. So what we'll do now is we will go ahead and start the node with the Alice account first. So let's see if that works. Yeah, so as you can see, it does start running. And here on the other terminal, we will start the node with the Bob account. All right. And both of these work. Now, if they are able to discover each other, right, then that means they are working perfectly fine. And as you see here, one peer. So this has been able to find a peer, and this also has been able to find a peer. That means this is perfect. They were both able to find each other. And if this starts happening, that means you were able to start two different nodes for the relay chain. And that's a huge task, right? So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and stop these now. And let's say after your installation, if you wanted to verify if everything works perfectly before starting the node, you could do this. You could run the target release polkadot -- help command just to see if it returns anything. If it does return the help information, that means everything was working perfectly fine and you can go ahead and start the node. All right. Or otherwise you'll get details about the troubleshooting there as well. So I hope you learned a lot in this course and especially in this video as well. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much. Rephrase. Thank you so much. Rephrase. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.